The CEO that's watching, the woman that's watching that can't stop thinking. She get everything she get done when it comes to work, when it comes to business. But as soon as she gets home and it's time to just, you can never do it, huh? You can never just relax like this, huh? Your mind is racing. You trying to figure out how much money you got to make, and that's why you got to where you got. But the thing is, you don't know when to turn it off. You have like hundreds of tabs open in your mind. Different tabs of, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, and a lot of times that's got you by. But look, it starts stressing you out. You start not feeling happy. Let's be real, you don't feel as good as you used to because you allowed your business or your work to consume your identity. What you do is not who you are, ever. And see, as I always bring my notes, this is look, you build empires by day, but you second guessing them at night. What do I mean? So you build all these empires, you great in the company, you're a marketer, you're a woman that is owning her own real estate agency, and et cetera, all these different type of businesses. You do that, you build your full empire, you set your family up. But the thing is, you still second guess your decisions at night. Like that stuff is like messing you up. You play it off good, like nobody can really tell there's nothing really wrong with you, because it's not really anything wrong. It's just your negative pattern, and which is more bigger than you think. A lot of people will be like, oh, that's not that bad, until it eats you up, and then we find out negative thinking, stress leads to what? Death. Leads to hair loss, leads to all different type of health issues. So why would we want to keep that? They lied to you. They try to say, oh, as you get bigger in your business, you gonna have more stress. They don't have to be. Not with your perspective, no. Not with a positive perspective mind, no. See, your brain doesn't have an off switch. It's always on overload mode. Like you always like just constantly thinking, which is, like I said, that's why you got to where you are. That's why you are successful. But how long are you gonna keep doing that? And how long are you gonna keep on trying to push away that there's really nothing wrong, when we know there's something wrong with you? How long is it? When are you gonna accept that you need some real help? When are you gonna accept that you want to spend more time with your family and not be thinking about something else while you're spending time with your daughter and your kids? When was the last time you had a real drive for yourself, took yourself out and didn't think about what you have to do and what you need to do for your business while you was out? It seemed like every time you go out, you always got open tabs. Oh, I'm thinking about, like, as you out somewhere else, you present somewhere, but your mind is elsewhere. That's not good. And it's like, that's a habit that you've been in because it got you there. But is it gonna keep you there? It won't for long, not with that type of mindset. And I'm pretty sure that's why you even seen some setbacks. And you've been wondering, I wonder why, when I've been doing so good all my life, there's a toxic pattern. And you also fear that if you stop thinking, something will fall apart. It's like, you can't just like remember in Bad Boys when they're like, who's you can't just sit here and just relax and not allow your thoughts to consume you. That's not okay. What did the Lord say? You know, we speak biblical over here. Even if you're not biblical, you can still learn. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and go within. Once you be still, we allow our focus to relax. Think about positive things only. I bet you your day would change just from doing that. So let's also talk about you also that's listening, the investor. So the woman that's an investor who plays every conversation post-meeting. So you got these thoughts because you were thinking like, damn, did I say the right thing? Did I deliver it the right way? Did A, B, C, or D? All these thoughts that really don't matter. but you allowing it to consume you. And guess what that's doing? Slowing down your manifestation of whatever you have, whatever you want and desire. We already know that's slowing it down due to those mindsets. Due to, like, let's be real, every time we allow ourselves to get stuck into a negative mindset, we're literally blocking our own self, standing in the way of our desires. Like, why would we do that? So you, Miss Investor, you can break down markets, but you don't control your emotional reactions. You have emotional reactions that are too emotional to, you react to the circumstance too much, and you know you do, but sometimes you don't know why you keep doing it. And it's because you don't learn to just relax. Because you can break down all these markets. You can break down everything in the stock market. You can break down everything in the crypto. But when it comes to your emotional reactions, you don't know how to break those down. And that's big. And you also suffer. I noticed, the investor woman, you replay tone and phrasing that highlight real mistakes. So you have like tones and phrases that you question, and you say, oh, that was such a bad thing that I should have said something different. I should have did this different. I should have said that. No. Stop doing that. That's fucking you up so much that you don't even know. There's nothing you should have did. It happened the way it happened. It's gonna go how it's gonna go. The meeting's gonna go how it's gonna go. The one-on-one session you have with a client, it's gonna go how it's gonna go. Don't regret anything. When you do that, you end up hurting yourself. Really. I'm looking at my arms. I'm like, okay. I already know I've been in the gym, duh. So it's like, also, trust is your currency, and overthinking makes you bankrupt. See, trust is your currency, but the overthinking is literally taking away the money. That's crazy, huh? The trust is your currency. You gotta trust yourself, but then due to you overthinking, it's literally taking away and emptying all that self-trust. Then you end up literally going broke on trust. And now you feel like you're like so much, so you don't trust yourself, you don't trust nobody else. And it's because you overthink so much that's caused you to go broke in that area. You got the finances down, but you emotionally broke. And you're very brilliant with these numbers, but you struggle with inner narrative. See, your inner talk is not positive. It's like, I don't know how even you got to this level with that type of talking, but you probably used to be such a great positive thinker. In some way, somehow, maybe it was due to relationships, due to life pressures on you. You became more negative, and you became more negative on yourself. But you call it reality, or you call it self-criticism. That's negative. You being negative. And that's what that negative narrative inside of you, that's what that is, that voice. And a lot of times, I'm gonna wrap it up, because I'm gonna come back with part 2. When you overthink too much, you end up becoming a liability to your own self. Never overthink. There's areas you never overthinking, but then there's the areas that you do. Let's reverse engineer that. Stay tuned for next day, tomorrow. I got you. Peace.